Okay, part two of our video today. We're going to start with positive, negative, or no correlation. You've had a little bit of time to look at this possibly. The number of miles you walk versus the time you spend walking. So if you walk X amount of miles, if we go over here and make a grid and we go, we're going to walk this many miles or this much time. Don't you think the amount you walk will be more and more? If so, it's a positive correlation. Because even if you don't continue to walk as much, your slope about how many miles you cover will be a little bit less steep, but it's still a positive correlation. The number of days you spend on vacation versus the month that you were born in. Do you think there's any correlation here? I hope you said no correlation. That your age versus the cost of insurance for your vehicle. And boy, there is a definite correlation. The problem is the younger you are, look at this. If this is your age at like 16 versus 25 versus 50, I know you're not 50 yet, but your cost for insurance is going to be high. You get a little bit of a break here and a big break down here. So I would call this a negative correlation. Whoops. Okay. The number of letters in your first name versus the number of letters in your last name. So if somebody's first name is Sam and their last name is Kojaglanyan, that's a pretty long name. So is that the way it always goes? I don't think so. I would say no correlation. For Ty and Tay out there, they have really short first names. All right. So let's go on. Oops. And all that lovely stuff just got in my way. Okay, you try. And I want to give you some time to get the you try done and see how you did on this one. We'll come back. I'll visit it later if you really want me to. Circle the best correlation coefficient for the given graph. Okay, we have done some of this, so I hope that this will not be difficult to do. Why is this doing this to me? It is messing up once more. I really don't want this in the way. Okay, maybe if I can get it out of the way. No, it's refusing to work for me. All right, so we'll see. All right, so circle the best correlation. Okay, so first of all, if this is a line, is that positive or negative? Okay, it's going to keep going up as x goes forward. This value keeps going up. So first of all, it had to be positive. So the only two positives are like this. Now, is this a pretty strong line, or you can barely tell it's a line? I'd say it is very strong, and it's positive. If it were negative, I would have chosen the negative 0.9, not the 0.5. This one, I can still tell there's a line. If I were to guess this, I would say somewhere between a 0.7 and a 0.8. 0.8 is strong, 0.7 is kind of moderate. And we've got to figure out, let's see, if we're trying to hit all of this information going through here, ooh, that's a negative. So it's either going to be -1 or negative 0.7. I would say negative 0.7. Wow, this stuff is really scattered. kind of has the feeling that there might be something like this, so it might be positive, but oh my gosh, it's almost like no correlation whatsoever. Just because of the weak areas here and here that tend to give us the idea of maybe some thick line that's traveling this way. I could understand you saying maybe that, but it just, I would say it has to be a 0. All right, let's look at the next one. That is, if it will let me. I don't know what's making it jump back and forth on me. Okay, so this one, let's look at this. This is a definite line going up this way because you've got empty spots here. You've got empty spots here. This is a positive line, so it's got to be one of these. I don't like this one. I'll be honest with you. It's got to be the 0.5. This one should have been a moderate because there's definitely some kind of linear something going on over time because of the blank spots that we have. I would have called this to be more like even a 0.6 or 0.65, somewhere in that ballpark. I don't like the 0.5 correlation, but 1 means all those dots are practically on that line. So the closer to 1, the stronger it is. Okay, these are on there really tight. And if you notice, this grid's pretty big, which means this really is making a tight fit line. It is going in a negative direction. So I would call this -1, although I think it's closer to -0.9 or 0.95. This one, what do you think? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're right. It's 1 and it's +1. Again, I think this is closer to like a 0.9 or 0.95. It could even be a 0.99, but I don't call it a 1. Okay. Complete the correlation and causation quizzes. This code is actually attached in its learning. So look at the planner page and you'll have it. All right, guys, good luck.